University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello, two more quartets of clever clogs join us tonight, fighting for a place in the second round. For the losers, it's goodbye, unless their losing score is good enough to bring them back for the playoffs. Now, Wolfson College, Oxford, is a postgraduate institution making its debut in this competition. Founded as Iffley College in 1965, it was endowed by the Scottish businessman Sir Isaac Wolfson, who also funded the Cambridge College of the same name. Sir Isaiah Berlin was its first president, with the ethos that the college should be new, untrammelled and unpyramided. And its alumni include Reid Hoffman, who gave us the LinkedIn social media site, and the geneticist Dame Kay Davies. Many of its students grew up outside the UK, and so tonight's are doubtless hoping there won't be too many questions on British motorways and cricket grounds. With an average age of 31, representing around 600 students, let's meet the Wolfson team.
Hello, I'm Mike Perrin from East Anglia via 30 years in Japan. I do a DPhil at Oxford in maritime archaeology with the Oxford Centre for Maritime Archaeology.
Hi, I'm Mary Capel. I'm from Victoria, Canada, and I'm studying art history.
This is their captain.
Hi, I'm Claire Jones. I'm from Houston, Texas, and I'm studying for a master's in global and imperial history.
Hi, I'm Ryan Walker. I'm from Stone in Staffordshire, and I'm reading for a DPhil in clinical medicine.
The University of Sheffield emerged from a number of 19th century institutions and received its charter in 1905, placing it among the first wave of red bricks. When we asked the team what makes the university distinctive, they cited not its membership of the Russell Group, nor its ranking by the Times Higher Education Supplement, but that it's the only UK university to have a sauce factory on its premises. Alumni who've benefited from this happy fact include the aviator Amy Johnson, the Nobel Prize winner Sir Harry Kroto, the politician David Blunkett, who's also a professor there, and the authors Lee Child and Hilary Mantel. With an average age of 23, representing nearly 29,000 students, let's meet the Sheffield team.
Hi, my name's Alistair Lyle. I'm originally from Chiswick in West London, and I'm studying for a PhD in metallurgy.
Hi, I'm Sam Kelly. I'm from Seaford in East Sussex, and I'm studying English literature.
And this is their captain.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Newhouse. I'm from Skipton in North Yorkshire, and I'm studying for a Master's in Cognitive Science.
Hi, I'm Daisy Fry. I'm from Kent, and I'm studying politics.
It's too boring to waste time reciting the rules, so fingers on the buzzers. Here's your first starter for 10. Olympic sports, Dr. Johnson's Dictionary, Squirrel Nutkin, and the 150th anniversary of the Public Libraries Act have all been depicted on coins of what denomination produced by the Royal...
Wolfson Walker.
50 pence.
50 pence is correct. These bonuses are on national museums in the UK, Wolfson. Firstly, the Science Museum group of national museums includes which attraction in York, home to artefacts such as Evening Star, Duchess of Hamilton and Old Copper Knob?
Possibly.
Yeah. Let's go. National Maritime Museum?
No, it's the National Railway Museum. Secondly, a national museum in the former Dinorwig quarry in Llanberis tells the story of which extractive industry?
Slate mining, I think. Slate? Yeah.
Slate mining?
Yes, Slate's quarry, but I'll accept slate mine. It is slate. Finally, the International Slavery Museum and the Border Force National Museum are both in which port city?
Bristol?
No, it's Liverpool. 10 points for this. Of whom did the critic Robert Hughes say, "The notion that his paintings were mad is the most idiotic of all impediments to understanding them. It was his madness that prevented him from working. The paintings themselves are ineffably sane." The artist in question was born in Brabant in 1853.
Sheffield Newhouse.
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh is correct, yes. Right, your bonuses are on foreign language films that have won Academy Awards in categories other than the best foreign language film. In each case, name the film from the description. Firstly, a Spanish film about two men who strike up a friendship while they care for two comatose women. Pedro Almodovar won the Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay in 2003.
Talk to her. Talk to her. You happy with that? Talk to her.
Talk to her. Hable con ella. Is correct. And secondly, an Italian tragicomedy about a Jewish bookseller and his young son in a Nazi concentration camp, for which Roberto Benigni won the Academy Award for Best Actor in 1999.
Life is beautiful. Life's beautiful. Life is beautiful.
Indeed. And finally, a 2007 French biopic of the singer Edith Piaf, for which Marion Cotillard won the Academy Award for Best Actress.
La Vie en Rose.
Correct. 10 points for this. Particularly associated with the financial crisis of 2008, what two-word term did the economist Paul Krugman define as any situation in which one person makes the decision about how much risk to take while someone else bears the cost if things go badly?
Wolfson Jones.
Greater fool?
No.
Sheffield Newhouse.
Moral hazard.
Moral hazard is correct, yes. These bonuses, Sheffield, are on materials science. For what does the abbreviation CTE stand? This indicates how much a material changes in size as it is heated.
Coefficient of thermal expansion.
Coefficient of thermal expansion.
Correct. Sometimes described as a material's maximum resistance to fracture. For what do the letters UTS stand?
Ultimate tensile strength.
Ultimate tensile strength.
Correct. And finally, in the abbreviations HB, HV and HRC, for what property of metals does the letter H stand?
Hardness.
Hardness.
Correct. Right, 10 points for this starter question. From the Latin for holy bone, what name is given to the triangular bone at the base of the vertebral column above the coccyx?
Sheffield Newhouse.
Sacrum.
Sacrum is correct. Well done. Right, these bonuses are on the Asterix characters created by René Goscinny and Albert Uderzo. In each case, give the published English version of the original French name. All three end with the letters IX in both languages. First, Obelix's pet canine, Idéfix.
Dogmatics.
Correct. Assurance Tourix, the tuneless village bard who is never allowed to sing. His English name is based on a term for harsh, discordant sounds.
Cacophonics.
Correct. Finally, Panoramix, the chief druid who mixes magic potions.
Getafix.
Getafix is correct, yes. It's about time, I think, for our first picture round. For your picture starter, you're going to see the emblem of a religion. 10 points if you can name the religion.
Sheffield Lyle.
Buddhism.
Anyone like to buzz from Wolfson?
Wolfson Jones.
Hinduism?
No, it's not. It's Jainism. Parts of that are used, of course, in symbols for Hinduism, but we'll take the picture bonuses in a moment or two. 10 points for this. Which French king was the first husband of Eleanor of Aquitaine?
Wolfson Jones.
Louis VII?
Correct. The emblem you saw a moment ago was chosen as an official symbol of Jainism in 1975 by consensus among the Jain community who live primarily in India. Your bonuses are symbols of three more religions with a substantial number of followers in India. In each case, name the religion with which the symbol is primarily associated. Firstly,
Zoroastrianism?
correct. Secondly,
Sikhism?
no, that's the Baha'i faith. And finally,
Sikhism?
that is Sikhism, yes. Right, 10 points for this. Meanings of what term include a wave-shaped blob of toothpaste, for example, in a trademark, a marine pollutant comprising tiny pellets...
Sheffield Lyle.
Nurdle.
Nurdle is correct, yes. Right, these bonuses are on pairs of words that differ only by the addition of the letter G for golf at the beginning of one word. For example, rumble and grumble. In each case, give both words from the descriptions. Firstly, the final word of the title of a poetry collection of 1896 by A.E. Housman, and a word that may precede eye, hand and rags in set expressions.
Okay, so yeah, because Shropshire lad and then glad rags.
Yeah, fine.
Lad and glad.
Correct. Secondly, two verbs meaning respectively give formal consent or approval and give pleasure to. Objects of the former verb may include contract, agreement and treaty.
No, so give pleasure to. Sorry. We're looking for verbs, so I wouldn't have thought that they would be approve, consent. Do we? Any ideas? No. Sorry. No. Pass.
It's ratify and gratify. And finally, a six-letter word that may follow holy to describe matrimony and fourth to indicate the news media, and a word meaning carry in the womb before birth.
Estate and gestate.
Yep. Estate and gestate.
That's correct. 10 points for this. Ostrava in the Czech Republic and Szczecin in Poland are cities on which river? Along with the Nysa, it forms much of the boundary between Germany and Poland and enters...
Wolfson Jones.
The Oder.
The Oder is correct, yes. Your bonuses, Wolfson, are on physical chemistry. Firstly, which French scientist gives his name to a law stating that at constant pressure, the volume of a fixed mass of confined gas is directly proportional to the absolute temperature?
No, I think Charles.
Correct. Named after the English chemist who formulated it in 1801, which law states that the pressure of a mixture of gases is equal to the partial pressures of the component gases?
Dalton's Law.
Correct. Named after a 19th century Scottish chemist, which law states that the rate of diffusion or effusion of a gas is inversely proportional to the square root of its molecular mass?
Fine. Haldane's Law.
No, that's Graham's law. 10 points for this. Which artist said of his controversial 1996 painting, The Holy Virgin Mary, that it was simply a hip-hop version of those found in the National Gallery? The 8-foot-tall canvas portrays Mary revealing a breast constructed from a ball of lacquered elephant dung.
Wolfson Capel.
Chris O'Feely?
Chris O'Feely is correct, yes. Your bonuses are on an artist. Born in Lisbon in 1935, who in 1989 became the first artist in residence at the National Gallery in London and in 2010 received a damehood.
Portuguese female artist. I have no idea. You don't? Right. Okay, sorry.
Santos.
No, it was Paula Rego. Rego's 1987 work, The Maids, was inspired by a 1947 play by which literary figure? It was loosely based on the real-life Papin sisters who murdered two members of the family that employed them.
A play from the 40s.
No, we don't know. No. You don't know.
That was Jean Genet. And finally, in the early 2000s, Paula Rego produced a series of illustrations based on which novel of 1847, written in the first person?
First-person novel, 1847. I don't know anything.
Frankenstein, first person. Is that right? Too late.
Go for
That's
it.
it. Frankenstein.
It was Jane Eyre. Right, we're going to take a music round now. For your music starter, you'll hear an aria from an opera. For 10 points, please name the composer.
Wolfson Perrin.
Mozart.
Mozart is correct, yes. From Don Giovanni, of course. You heard the catalogue aria there from Don Giovanni, in which Leporello lists his master's lovers. Your music bonuses are 3 more recent examples of Liszt's songs. This time, I want you to name the artist or band performing each time. Firstly, this performer and composer.
If driving fast cars you like, if low bars you like, if old hymns you like, if bare limbs you like, if Mae West you like, or me undressed you like, why nobody will oppose.
Cole Porter.
It is Cole Porter, yes. Secondly, this band.
I heard you have a compilation of every good song ever done by anybody. Every great song by the Beach Boys. All the underground hits. All the Modern Lovers tracks.
I don't know. No, we don't know.
That's LCD Sound System, Losing My Edge. And finally, this artist.
Oh, it's Vogue.
Yeah. Madonna.
It is Madonna, yes. Right, 10 points for this. Founded by Emily Williamson in Manchester in 1889 and incorporated by Royal Charter in 1904, what national organisation has an avocet as its emblem?
Sheffield Fry.
The RSPB.
Correct, the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds. You get 3 bonuses on 16th and 17th century quotations. I would not make windows into men's souls, possibly originating in a letter drafted by Francis Bacon. This statement is attributed to which English monarch?
Monarchs around that time. Any idea? No. Okay, we'll guess that. James I?
No, it was Elizabeth I. Busy old fool, unruly son, why dost thou thus, through windows and through curtains, call on us? Which poet wrote those words?
Shakespeare?
No, it's John Donne. And finally, but soft, what light through yonder window breaks? In which play by Shakespeare do those words occur?
Romeo and Juliet.
Correct. 10 points for this. Its name derived from the Latin for to kidnap. What practice does Ambrose Bierce define as to take the thought or style of another writer whom one has never read?
Wolfson Jones.
Plagiarism.
Correct. Your bonuses this time are on the Italian Empire in the 20th century. Cyrenaica and Fezzan were 2 of the 3 administrative regions of which country under Italian occupation from 1911 until the Second World War?
I mean, that's just part of Libya. Libya.
Libya is correct. The other one was Tripolitania, of course. Which European country was invaded by Italian forces on April the 7th, 1939, forcing its king into exile and later to abdicate?
I believe it's Albania, right? I think it's Albania.
Correct. To which country did the Italian government return the obelisk of Axum in 2005? It had been removed by the Italian army during the country's occupation in the 1930s.
Ethiopia.
Ethiopia is correct. That puts you on level pegging. 10 points for this. What condition may be tested for by rectal palpation in cattle, the Cuboni test in mares, and in humans by an HCG test?
Sheffield Lyle.
Pregnancy?
Pregnancy is correct, yes. Right, your bonuses are on Japan and its neighbours, Sheffield. Tokyo lies close to the 140th meridian east. Travelling due north on this meridian, which is the first country outside Japan that one would reach?
Russia, I think. Well, Russia goes all the way across, isn't it? So, Russia?
Russia is correct. Travelling due south from Tokyo on the 140th meridian east, what is the first large island outside Japan that one would reach?
That'd be Papua New Guinea. I was thinking Indonesia, but then... Yeah, sure. Or that New Guinea with the island, yeah. New Guinea?
New Guinea is correct. Tokyo lies close to the 36th parallel north. Sailing due east along this parallel, in which US state would one first make landfall?
Interesting. I think it's either going to be California, Oregon or Washington.
I think the higher.
You think?
Oregon, yeah.
OK, should we split the difference, say Oregon?
I mean, my geography's awful, don't ask.
OK. Oregon?
No, it's California. 10 points for this. Bemba and Tonga are among the official vernacular languages of which country? It gained independence from Britain in 1964 with Kenneth Kaunda as president and is by area the largest landlocked country of southern Africa.
Sheffield Newhouse.
Zambia.
Zambia is correct. These bonuses are on religious shrines, Sheffield. Which town on the River Severn became a major place of pilgrimage in the medieval era following the enshrinement of the Welsh Saint Winifred's relics in its abbey?
So River Severn is... Where in the country? Don't we? Do you think Shrewsbury?
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Shrewsbury?
Shrewsbury is correct. Secondly, since about 1590, the Temple of the Tooth in Kandy, Sri Lanka, has preserved what is said to be the left upper canine of which religious teacher?
Buddha?
Correct. And finally, housed under a green-coloured dome in the Prophet's Mosque complex, in which Saudi Arabian city is the Prophet Muhammad's tomb? It is the second holiest city of Islam.
Medina. Yeah. Medina.
Medina is right. Time for another picture round. For your picture starter, you're going to see a photograph of a singer. 10 points if you can give me her name.
Wolfson Jones.
Billie Holiday.
Billie Holiday is right. Billie Holiday performed regularly at New York's Cafe Society, widely held to be the first racially integrated nightclub in the city, where she performed Strange Fruit. Your picture bonuses are 3 more Cafe Society regulars from its heyday. 5 points for each you can name. First, this musician.
Charlie Parker. Alto sax. Yeah, that's an old. Okay.
Charlie Parker.
It is Charlie Parker. Secondly, this comedian and actor.
No.
Groucho Marx.
No, that's Zero Mostel. And finally, this musician.
Nat King Cole.
Nat King Cole is correct. 10 points for this. What specific 3-word term denotes an organic molecule unable to be synthesized in the body and which consists of a carboxyl group, a side chain, and an NH2 group?
Wolfson Walker.
Essential amino acid.
Correct. Your bonuses are on philosophy. In each case, name the author of the following major works on ethics. First, A Theory of Justice, first published in 1971.
Rawls, I think. Yeah. Rawls.
John Rawls is correct. Second, Ethics and the Limits of Philosophy, which first appeared in 1985.
I don't know. Popper.
No, that was Bernard Williams. And finally, The Methods of Ethics, first published in 1874. Come on.
Okay. Kant.
That's Henry Sidgwick. It's less than 4 minutes to go. 10 points for this. Which English king defeated the Danish leader Guthrum at the Battle of Edington in Wiltshire? Guthrum.
Wolfson Jones.
Alfred the Great.
Correct. These could give you the lead. They're on literary terms used in poetry. After an organ of the body, what 2-word term denotes pairs of words that end in the same letters but do not rhyme? Examples include laughter and daughter, and the name of the actor Sean Bean.
After body. Body part. Tongue.
Is it a 2-word term?
Yeah.
I thought assonance was getting the rhyme wrong.
No, I don't think we know.
Okay,
Well,
we just need to say something.
Come on.
We don't know.
They're I rhymes. An example being a work of 1595 by Edmund Spenser. An epithalamium is a poem in celebration of what?
Epithalamium.
Like an epithet.
A ruler, maybe?
Yeah, sure.
Spencer? A ruler?
No, it's in celebration of a marriage. Etymologically related to the name of a type of pasta. What adjective denotes verse that mixes words in more than one language, notably Latin and English?
Any idea? No. 2 words.
Come on.
No idea.
No.
It's macaronic. 10 points for this. Named after a 19th century Irish-born physicist, what effect or phenomenon describes the appearance of a light beam scattered in a medium containing suspended particles?
Wolfson Jones.
A colloid?
No, anyone like to buzz from Sheffield? I'll give you another one then. It's a Tyndall effect. 10 points for this. In addition to the unnamed title character, a Norwegian sailor named Dalland and his daughter Senta are among the roles in which opera by Richard Wagner?
Wolfson Jones.
The Flying Dutchman?
Correct. Your bonuses are on British victory titles. That is, peerages created to honour leadership in particular military conflicts. Firstly, which British military leader was given the title of Baron Douro after a campaign in Portugal in 1809?
Yeah, that's what makes me think
The Duke of Wellington?
That's correct, Arthur Wellesley. What earldom was granted to Field Marshal Sir John French in 1922? It refers to a battle in the First World War in which he was the first commander of the British Expeditionary Force.
Sure.
Caporetto?
No, it was Ypres. Caporetto was on the Italian front. Referring to a battle of the Second World War, what viscountcy was awarded to Field Marshal Montgomery in 1946?
Do you have any idea of the Second World War?
Yeah.
Monte Cassino?
He was the first Viscount of Alamein. 10 points for this. What three letters begin the names of all of the following? Elements 86 and 88 in the periodic table, a bone of the arm, and a unit of angular measurement.
Sheffield Lyle.
RAD.
RAD is correct. These bonuses will give you the lead again. They're on mammals and their subspecies. Named after a mountain range about 100 kilometres southwest of Xi'an, the Qinling is a subspecies of which large mammal?
Panda.
Correct. Subspecies of which large hoofed mammal include the West African, Kordofan and Nubian? The Rothschilds, classified in 2010 as endangered, has been... Well, at the gong, you've got 170 points each. I'm afraid there's only one way to settle this. So I'm going to ask you a starter question. If you get it right, you automatically win. But if you interrupt incorrectly, you lose 5 points and you see the victory go to the other side then, and they don't even have to answer. OK, fingers on the buzzers. Here's your starter for 10. Which of the 7 wonders of the ancient world was a representation of Helios, the sun god?
Wolfson Perrin.
Rhodes. The Colossus Rhodes.
Yeah, I'll have to accept that, yes, because I think both teams are going to be coming back. So, in fact, I'm absolutely certain of it. So we should look forward to seeing you in the next contest, and we should look forward to seeing you, Sheffield, when you come back as one of the 4 highest-scoring losing teams. So thank you, Sheffield. Thank you, Wolfson. I hope you can join us next time for another first-round match. But until then, it's goodbye from Sheffield University.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
It's goodbye from Wolfson College, Oxford.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.